back in the days, right? Even going back to One West, we was always doing this work. That's why the scripture says what? Strive for the truth until death. Strive for the truth until death. So we got to be busy in the work. I always keep quoting a lot of the same scriptures because I'm going to drive these points home to brothers, wah sincere akwaf sisters. But I'm going to say this about the sisters, the wah, the akwaf. You sisters, your job is not to do the work, meaning teaching, prophesying. That's not the job of women. We know what the Apostle Paul said, right? He's very explicit in what he said. Okay, he said, the women are commanded to be in silence in the church. It is forbidden for them to speak, but they are commanded to be in silence, be under obedience. But if they will ask anything, let them ask their husbands at home. So we understand the scriptures are very clear when it talks about the role of women in this truth. And this whole video is not going to be about just the women. I'm just making a point. I just brought the scriptures out. So for you brothers, and I've said this before time and time again, and through the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, I'm going to continue to say it. You brothers in this truth, and you have wives, you got sisters that y'all with, and them sisters know about the truth, and they you brothers that your ribs, your ayashas, right? They so-called they're believers and all that, and that's cool, that's beautiful. They believe in keeping the Sabbath with you, they believe in the Passover, they believe in being Israelite women and all that good stuff, and that's cool. The main way that they serve the Lord, these women, these sisters that so-called follow the truth, the main way that they serve the Lord is by serving you. Okay? That's the main way that the sisters can be delivered. The scripture said, she shall be saved in childbearing, meaning that you bear it. Well, in this kingdom, everything's upside down. Fuck this kingdom. I'm talking about the right order of things, how things were back in the ancient world. In this kingdom, yes, women bear children, but they have no husbands. They just go around sleeping with random men, having different babies by different men. Because this is Babylon, the confusion. And then the devil, the so-called white man, he has a large part in that. Okay, especially with the Israelite women. He programmed them and bewitched them to do things like that. Think that the whole baby mama culture, it's okay to be an Israelite woman and if you got kids, but you got a bunch of kids by multiple men. It ain't nothing wrong with having a bunch of kids if you married to one man. If you got a man, a woman meets a man, a particular man, and she get with that man, they get married, and then they together. The scripture said, be fruitful and multiply, but the woman is supposed to be with that one dude. All her children are supposed to be by one man, not multiple men. Right? You see what I'm saying? So that's wicked. That's another reason, man, Amos 9 and 8. Behold, the eyes of the Lord Yahweh shall upon the sinful kingdom, and I will destroy it from the face of the earth. Right? See what I mean? So Esau, this devil, Job 9:24, earth was given into the hand of the wicked. This devil, he bewitched our women and fucked them all up in the head and bewitched them, so they doing all kind of wicked shit. This whole thing of the baby mama culture, the average, and it's predominantly the black woman. You meet the average black woman is overweight with a bunch of kids by different dudes. Or even if they're not overweight, they could be skinny as a rail, whatever. The average black woman you meet got kids. And then you say, well, are you married? The Kevin Samuels show showed you that when he was alive. No, why aren't you with he asked some very reasonable questions. Well, why aren't you with the father or one of the fathers? Well, things happen. No, because they were programmed to do that. Go around just making babies and not being with the father of their children or whichever one. That's confusion. And this is why we got all this confusion out here today with these young kids, Israelite kids, Jake kids. These little Pookies and Ray Rays running loose in the streets, shooting everything up, breaking in people's houses, robbing, stealing. just being degenerates because all this confusion, which go back to Esau, primarily this devil, the serpent himself, and the so-called black woman, because she became a partner. She partnered up with him way back in the garden. You see what I mean? So basically, we know what's going to happen to them. But, for you brothers, you got a woman, right? You got a woman, and your woman is a so-called believer. Don't let her watch videos, man. Why would your woman, even us, even the apostles, don't let your woman watch our videos. She shouldn't watch no brother's videos. Because I'm going to explain something to you brothers, man. When you woman see another man in a position of power, that's just a woman. They can't help it. They go after power. Women are drawn to power. So if a woman, it don't got to be us, the apostles or the bishops or whatever, or even some of the elders, it could be any brother. You see what I'm saying? Some woman is watching, another random brother in GMS. Your woman could be watching his videos, and maybe the brother's a good teacher. The way I don't know. I like the way that brother teach. I like the way that brother teach. And then they'll come to you. We know, brother, we're speaking from experience. They'll come to you and be like, you'll tell your woman something, and then they'll contradict you. Well, the brother didn't say that. I was watching this brother over here. He said that. And it's like, what the fuck are you doing watching another man's videos? Okay, the only man, what the Apostle Paul was clear. Let them ask their husbands at home. So that covers that. So you brothers that got wives that are so-called in the truth, they shouldn't be watched. You should not allow them to watch no other brother's videos. I don't care who the brother is. No other brothers. If she want to learn, if she want to watch videos, you brothers do videos. You brothers all do videos. I know y'all do, but that's the curriculum of GMS. Tell her, oh, look, baby, you can watch my videos. She should be watching your videos. That way, if she's watching your videos and she's seeing you, her husband, in that position of power, teaching, quoting the scriptures, bringing out scriptures, and that make her become more enamored with you. You dig?